Hello, hello, hello. How we all doing today? How has everyone's week been? Hello, Sparrow. Thank you for biting me, I guess. So, as you might have been seen from the title of this video, we are drawing every single Pokemon. Is it going to take a long time? Yes, but it's going to be a project that we can come back to. And when I say every single one, I mean it. Here's my little spreadsheet, because of course I made a spreadsheet for this. We're going to do every single one, and we're going to do variants as well. So we're going to do Gigantamax, we're going to do Megas, we're going to do regional forms. If there's like a major difference with gender forms, we'll draw those too. But yeah. Now I've been thinking. Goodbye. I've been thinking, who are, like, where do we start? I guess it makes sense to start with the starters, but I feel like I don't want, because I feel like starters are really important for every region. So I think instead, I think I would rather start at the first gen. We'll start some pretty easy ones in first gen. I think today we are going to do our early game bugs. We're going to do the Caterpie line and we're going to do the Weedle line today. I think would be great. Do I have a favorite Pokemon? I do. My favorite Pokemon is Totodile. And I also like, and after that I like Espeon and Noivern. Those are my 3 favorites. But I want to save that until I really get down how I want to draw them, because not only am I going to be drawing them, I'm not going to necessarily be trying to make them as accurate to the game as possible. I kind of want to put my own sort of style to it. So I want it to be very, like, graphic, very... I like having, like, really good shape language, so I'm going to lean into that. We're going to have, like, dynamic poses. So... I'm going to throw my spreadsheet over there. And today we are going to draw Caterpie, Metapod, Butterfree, and Weedle, Kakuna, and Beedrill. And yeah, I think that's a great place to start, because everybody likes those. They're pretty simple. And hello, Jean. Hello, Aria. Hello, Hermie. I think we can keep... Whoa! Why am I so pale? What happened to my face? Hold on, let me see if I can fix that. There we go. That's a little better. Okay. So I am going to pull up references. We're not doing this from memory. And I think I'll also choose my own colors as well. Like, it will be, like, inspired, obviously, by the canon colors, but I'm not gonna color pick. I'm gonna, like, this is all gonna be, you know, from me. With one of those 50 pop beams. No! Stop. Okay. Let's make sure. I think I'm gonna use my... Yes, my inking brush. I think an even 10 would be good. So let's do Caterpie first. So I want it to have like a very... I want my Pokemons to have like a very... We're leaning into the shapes. We're going to be exaggerating shapes. I think I want the head to be at more of an angle. Like that. Gonna do... and Weedle's very much just... Weedle's simple, and I'm worried that that'll mean that it's easier to mess up, but we'll just get the basic shape in there, and we'll worry about the details later. Let's arrange it so that we've got Caterpie on the bottom, Metapod there, and then we'll have Butterfree kind of here. Butterfree's quite a bit bigger than the others, so let's make sure that we get... Or to get rid of this. Kind of put him here. Yeah, I think I want to adjust spacing, but I think this is like good for this line. And I think that whenever I draw Pokemon that are in like an evolutionary line, I'll draw them all at the same time. So we will get to a point where we're going to be doing randomized, but for now, I'm just going to pick them for this episode. But I think that whenever I go to do any Pokemon, it'll be the whole line. Hello, Garbage Can. And hello, Dylan. Okay. Now, this is like 100%. I feel like we need to make it a little bigger, because we want it to be fairly high quality. I guess we could fill the page, why not? Okay, perfect. Do you think the Caterpie's too small, or like there's too much negative space? If we put Caterpie here, and we put Metapod here. I'm not taking requests just yet. I do have something set up for when I'm going to be taking requests. I'm also not super familiar with Manectric, but I'm not taking requests just yet. If you want Sparrow, I will send you back the $5, or you can hold on to it, and when I am taking requests, I'll let you have a first stab at it. But I will be taking requests, just not right now. I want to get how I want to draw the Pokemon down before I start doing that, because I don't want somebody to be like, I want my favorite Pokemon ever, and I don't do a great job. So, no requests just yet, but I will be taking requests, don't worry. If not this episode, then the next episode or two. Okay. So... yeah, let's just go with this color to continue sketching. I think for Butterfree, I'm really going to want to exaggerate those eyes. Okay, yes, I really like that face. Maybe I want more of a curve to the... Do I have any preferred gens? I'm very biased. I like Gen 2 a lot. I think Gen 2... but I think that's just because that's what I played the most when I was younger, and I think that's the case for... basically, if you ask anybody their favorite gen, it's gonna be the gen that they played the most when they were a kid. That being said, I am playing ZA. I just finished the mainline quest. I really liked it. I have a few nitpicks. The big one being that while I do like the open world and I like the concept, I think everything's too samey. The most exciting parts of the game for me were when I got to go in the sewers and when I got to go in the abandoned laboratory. And I think if Lumiose was treated more like a hub and there was smaller areas you could go to that were themed, because I know that there's like the wild areas, but they're basically also all the same and they're also just the city. But imagine, if you will, like, think about Banjo-Kazooie and Banjo-Tooie or Super Mario 64. And how you have the hub world that is still a world that you can explore and do things in, and you have a lot of stuff to do. But also, and I think Banjo-Tooie is probably the best example of this. But also, you have, like, themed worlds that have a lot going on. I think that would be a perfect medium. So, like, maybe you have, like, a big city, but you can travel out to, like, oh, I'm going to a volcano, or I'm going to a snowy mountain, or I'm going to the ocean, or you have that maybe surrounding the city, you know? I think that could be cool. I think that could be very cool. But I did like the live battle system. I think I prefer it. I think I prefer it over what we usually get. I'm not a big fan of turn-based systems. I don't want to do something interesting with its feet. Because in reality, the feet are just like round. But maybe that's for the best. Maybe I can make like one foot kinda. Maybe I want to like point them in like different directions. Okay, yeah, I think I like that. That's cute. Now, I've always been not a huge fan of drawing butterfly wings. But we're gonna give it our best shot. I know, I picked a great Pokemon to start with for not liking drawing butterfly wings, but... too big. Yeah, I think that's fine. And not quite struggling here. There we go. And then it has also these two little sections that kind of come out like that. And yes, the rest are kind of... Okay. So we've got like the two little ones that do this. And then... yeah, they kind of just... bam. Maybe I just want to make this like a thick, dark line. Yeah, I think so. And then... and this one just bam, bam, bam. Bam, bam, bam. Perfect. I never played Pokemon as a kid, but I got most of my Switches Gen 1s, so that was mine as a kid. Yeah, Gen 1's pretty good. I find the Gen 1's a little... it's rough to play, I think. This one has like a... adjust the placement of this a little bit to be more... yeah, there we go. And we've got a bit of a tangent going on with this antenna, so I think I'll fix the placement of it a little bit. Yeah. Okay. Here's Butterfree. So you can kind of see where I'm like taking some liberties with some of the shape design, but it still looks like this isn't me redesigning Butterfree, but it still kind of looks different from canon Butterfree. Not liking butterfly wings, but moth wings. I mean, I like the wings. I just don't like drawing them. I find they're a little hard. They're challenging to draw. I have no problem with. I love butterfly wings and moth wings. I just they're just challenging. Alright, so Caterpie. Let's get this fuck ass figured out. I'm gonna make these super chunky, I think. That'd be really cute. Yeah, like that. I'm having a little bit of a... I think I also want... but yeah, something like that. Goofy ass Caterpie. And... oh, come on. There we go. I'm gonna make its arms a little... position them a little differently. I'm gonna... Because they're just circles in the canon art, but I think I want to do something a little bit differently with them. I think I want to, like, make them look a little bit more like legs, but not by too much. Yeah, like that. And then... yeah, like that. Okay, yes. Fix this a little bit. And then bam, bam. And it has like the little go. There's Caterpie. It has its little the ring things right here as well. Perfect. It's the derpiest Caterpie I've ever freaking seen. I hope you like it, guys. And now for Metapod, who I feel like is going to be surprisingly... I feel like it's going to be a bit rough. But we'll get through it. Okay. Oh, wrong layer. So we've got sort of a point. Might draw more guidelines just to feel out the shape a bit more. It's almost like that's a mouth almost. I know it isn't, but it comes up like that, and then it has like a weird like nose thing almost. There we go. There's our little Metapod. Has its little wham. Not like a Crim stream to listen along with. Nothing like a Crim stream to listen along with while I work on my zine piece. Awesome. Crimin is in Pokemon. Cremon. Thank you for the super chat page, as always. And then it has like seams that come down the front like that. Let's get rid of the... Oh, I didn't cue anything up on the freaking music. Uh-oh. Uh-huh. Let me find something to play. This looks good. Perfect. Pokemon music for my Pokemon stream. I also think that this is probably... Yeah, that looks right. Okay, I want to shift around where I have placed these a little bit. Maybe even make Butterfree a little bigger. Alright. Hello, little dueler. I'm not only drawing all 1,000 plus Pokemon, I'm doing all of their forms too. This is a project that I know is going to take me a long time, but that's kind of the idea, is that it's something that I always have to come back to. Let's start on the line art. Let's start with our boy Caterpie, or girl, like they could be either. I'm actually going to make... I'm not going to do the eye whites on the line art layer, I think. I mean, I should start with Metapod, right? Thank you for the Ko-Fi donation, Paige. Oh, I'm so glad you found your Ring Fit cartridge. Me and Paige are doing Ring Fit together. I've been slacking the last 2 days. I had my blood tested today. Problem is that I thought I was supposed to get a test yesterday. So what I ended up doing, because I had to fast, right? Because it was one of those ones I had to fast for, and I basically had to do it 2 days in a row, and so I was really tired and hungry yesterday, and I was really tired and hungry today. So, but they got my blood now. Yeah, I think I'm gonna keep it a little stumpier. I think I like how cute that is. That looks adorable. Anyway, bam, 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 bam. Yeah, like right there, I think. Perfect. Because they're kind of getting smaller. Lovely. And that's Metapod all done. Now let's start with Caterpie. Not Caterpie, freaking this thing. Butterfree. There we go. Perfect. There we go. There we go. There we go. Of course, this one. That one. That's not quite straight. There we go. And the bottom wings are pretty simple. Perfect. Okay. And I'm gonna take the black parts and fill them in. I think I got so that's the line art. Let's make it black now. I just like sketching in blue because it makes me feel safer. Butterfree, Beautify, or Vivillon? I think I do like Vivillon as a concept because I like how there's a bunch of different patterns. But I think I just like Butterfree's face. I think it's so cute. There's something about Gen 1 bug Pokemon. Wait. For now, we'll just do a neutral gray. And I'm also going to do something where I'm going to make the background gray, just so that I can have a more neutral, instead of bright blinding white. Now, let's pick some colors out. I accidentally changed the language of my keyboard, so none of my hotkeys work. We love that. I think that's a little too... I think we need to go a little bit more muted for a bug. Something like that. Too dark, I think. Let's go a little lighter. Yeah? Perfect. I like that. That's perfect. Now, for Butterfree, it's like a dusky purple. Like that for its base color. I'm gonna go a little bit more like that. Yeah, that looks better. For Butterfree. And then Metapod's a very similar color to Butterfree, to Caterpie, but not quite. It's a little bit duller and more yellow. Like this. Perfect. Alright. Yeah, I think that worked out well. I feel like we should separate these out as well. Yeah, make them their own layers. Maybe also do that to the line art. Makes my life a little bit easier. Make sure I'm organizing my layers. Butterfree. Perfect. Okay. Your Butterfree fits so much personality. Look at that little face. Okay. do need to see where those little yellow rings go. We might change the color of these. I just need to get the placement right for now. Let's make the back two spots just to make them a little bit more. And also the eye spots. We'll just color them yellow for now, just so that we have an idea of where they go. Also, I think there's a little... Okay. Oh, and I also forgot this thing. Alright. It's my sink. Kind of like a cream color. Let's grab that and then like let's build a color off of, so that we have something to kind of compare it to. Because it'll give us a bit of a, see how it gives us a before and after, so that I could pick a yellow that goes well with it. And I think that's pretty good. Yeah, let's do that. So it's belly and spots. There we go. And its little legs as well. I'm gonna do the sketch right now. There we go. I think the little tail thing is also the same color. Yes, it is. Ding, ding. And this part of the eye. Stealing the eye shines. Putting them on their own layer, making them white. And then eyeball. And then, of course, its little horn, which is pretty red, like an orangey red. And let's go back and make sure that we've color grabbed our green so that we can have like a main contrasting color to it. I think that's good. Perfect. And there's Caterpie! Alright, let's go in and shade. I think I want to have quite dramatic shading for these guys. Especially for like a hard shell, like something with like a... I don't even want to go darker than that. Yes. Yeah. Quite distinct, isn't it? And I can always dial it back if I think it's... Yeah, that might be too dark. So what I can do is I can kind of put it over it, and then I can adjust the opacity until it's like a color that I like. So if I want like really faint shading, it would be like here. But I still want it to be pretty intense. So I think at like 80, it's the color that I want. Because remember, this is like 100%. Maybe I want it even less. So let's go 70%. I think that's a pretty good color to shade with. That's still pretty intense. There's a little part on the horn that I colored outside of the line that I need to fix that or I'll go crazy. like circles, so I should shade them as such. There's a bit of an overhang. We're just gonna do cell shading, I think. Nothing too complicated. We'll do some rim lighting. We'll also come in and grab a highlight. Oh yeah. How that's kind of playing with the shape and the color. A little horn. Make sure that it's colored in all the way. Gaps missing. Perfect. He is a distinguished gentle bug. That's a nice contrasting red. Yeah, it's freaking sick. And then we're gonna grab a highlight color for the horn. A little bit more orange. Yeah, I think it's a good color. Yeah. Hell yeah. Alright, now we gotta get his little... I'm gonna do like a trick with the eye. So I did say that I was going to mostly use cell shading, but for some effects, I'm going to come in and it'll just give an extra little bit of life. See how that like adds like a bunch of life into the eye that wasn't there before? It makes it look so much more color. And what I do is I just have like a dark color, and then I take it. Usually blue is the best to work for this because it makes it look a deeper. It makes it look like more rich black. I add like a blue. A soft blue brush. You can do a step further and go smaller and smaller and go like lighter and lighter, but I think that's perfect for this. I think that's all it needs, and it adds like a whole bunch of life to its eye. And then we're gonna do the yellowy cream colored part. Switch back to my usual brush. I think we're gonna get a 10, I think. That's for the lines, but I'm not as, See, this is what I'm saying. I find yellow hard to make look right when you're shading, because, like, you can really... You want something to look dirty or mustardy. I usually go more golden, but whereas this is a cream color and it's kind of washed out, you do actually want to... It's okay for it to look a little bit mustardy, if that makes sense. And this is mostly going to be in shadow. Just because of where it is on the body. So this little underbelly is basically all darkened. gonna come back in with our rim light. Like a so. I think that looks perfect. There's our Caterpie all done. He looks so cute. We're gonna get into. I wonder if I should add like a little bit of a broke on the outside. How does that look? Yeah, 5. Yeah, I think that adds a nice little something to it. And then on top of that, we'll also add a bit of a white outline. Make them look like stickers. Spoiler alert. I'm thinking of making these stickers on my shop. I think that would be fun. Alright, let's move on to Metapod. Metapod's gonna be pretty easy. It's basically the colors, this color plus his eyes. And he doesn't have as much of a shine. He's more dull than Caterpie. Alright. I don't know why I'm gendering this fucking bug. I'm sorry. I think we'll use a bit more colors on this one than with Caterpie. Since it's such a he's so much more simple. Of course, let's add our moonlight. Maybe it'll be fine if we just use the 2 colors, actually. I'm only thinking about it, and I guess it doesn't really make sense. I think we can achieve what we want. Yeah, it'll be fine. Here we go. And I'm trying to decide if I want to add a highlight, but I don't think so, because I think we want it to look dull in comparison. Well, there's some shine on it. Maybe we'll give it a shine, but we'll make it not as bright. I think that would be the... So if it was like this, yeah, I think that would be fine. Okay, perfect. I think that looks good. Yeah, let's go with that. And then we can do his eyes. Actually, I'm gonna grab the same color here. There we go. There's our Metapod. Oh my goodness. Alright, and now, to the star of the show, of course, is Butterfree. We're just gonna copy your style. For some reason. There we go. Yep. It's a sticker now. And now for Butterfree. Who is also quite simple. So let's go with the little blue body parts first. We want it to stick out, and I feel like that's going to be a bit of a challenge. I think that stands out pretty good against that all that purple. So, yeah, that's good. I think I want to make this little thing as well. Or blue. Yeah, purple. Little arms and legs. Oh, and its nose is also this color. Yeah. Tiny little nose. Oh, perfect. And then it's got the big pinky red eyes. I think that's good. Sort of like that. Getting our flats down. And then the rest is like a bluey grayish white color. I think this should be good. Yeah. Actually, I have an idea of what I want to do with the wings. And I think it'll be like a really subtle effect. But I think it'll make I think it'll be interesting. Okay, so what we're gonna do with Butterfree's wings that are gonna be a little interesting. I am going to take Wham. Make this white for now. And I'm going to go gradient overlay, and I'm gonna go normal, 100%. And I have a little rainbowy thing that I made for other projects. And I'm gonna go. Okay. And then I'm going to lock that layer, and I'm gonna go filter. Polar coordinates, I think is what I want. What's rectangular? Rectangular to polar, I think. Okay. Oh, right, this is rasterized layer. And then we'll go filter, distort. No, I want to ripple it first. Yes, I want to ripple it first. Sorry, it's been a while since I've done an effect like this. Orange. It's not really what I wanted. Actually, let's take this in a new window. Yeah, okay. So let's go filter, distort. Trying to remember. Distort. Maybe it's waves? Yeah, that's what I want. Okay. So now we have kind of made it trippy, and then if we go filter, distort, polar coordinates, what this will do, you can kind of see it here, it'll kind of turn it into a sphere. Okay. We got this interesting kind of butterfly, like, effect. Or we can go, you can like flip the whole thing around and filter, distort, polar coordinates. We can have like a red middle, and I think I might like that better. Yeah. And then to make it a little bit more, filter, distort, and I think now we want to go ripple. Yeah. Actually, let's go filter, blur, Gaussian blur first. Perfect. And we'll go filter, distort, ripple. I think zigzag's what we want now. Yeah. And then I'm going to go filter, blur, Gaussian blur again, but not as big. And you're like, Krem, what the fuck are you doing? And it's going to be kind of position it where I want it. Good. We're gonna grab that, and we're gonna mask it out so that's only applied to the wings. Yeah, I think we're gonna dial it down to, let's go 50%. And it's just like a little subtle, just a little subtle color shift. That's all. But we're gonna have to go a little bit more intense on the shadow here if we want it to show up. I think this should be fine, and then, yeah, this is perfect. There's not gonna be much shadow because it's wings, it's a pretty flat surface. Just do the overhang there. opacity on his own body. I did not lock my opacity. Just noticed that Crim's eyebrows are black. Yeah, I tend to draw, it's more that like I tend to draw like a very heavily inked style. And then along here, do all the little there. I think also I might want to add a highlight as well. Just go white all the way. Yeah, I like that. Just a very, it's just a very subtle effect, I think. But I think it looks pretty good. I think it's fun. Adds something interesting to the wings. Alright, now then. Oh, its teeth ended up taking on that color. Whoops, let's fix that. Little teeth. Alright, there we go. Now let's go for the main body next. And I definitely get like the sense that it's more of like a soft body, and there's not really much of a hard shell going on, so we're not going to make Butterfree very shiny. I don't think we're going to add a highlight color. I think this is pretty good though. Save the eyes for last. This little body mix. Or this little arms and shit. I don't know. Also, this should be the dirt purple. It's big ol' eyes. Dark part first. We might, I think I'll do the, yeah. And then we'll grab back to our usual brush. There we go. And there we go. The a Butterfree line is done. I am pretty big fan of how these turned out. I feel like the eye shine is kind of off though. Hold on, let me see if I can fix that. Yeah, that looks better. Hehe. Looks at you with my big eyes. Metapod's a little close to Butterfree. Let's scoot things around a little bit. Bing bong. Go auto select group. Yeah, I think these turned out fan-freaking-tastic. I'll see about getting them up on my store, and we're going to also do the Beedrill line as well today. But I am going to take a quick break before I get started on that. Let's zoom in for y'all so you can see the bug. I'm going to go BRB. If you want to grab a drink or a snack or go to the bathroom, now would be a great time. I will be back in like 5 minutes, I think. Saw, dude. And we're back. Looking at it, like, again, like, after getting up, and I really like the rainbow effect on Butterfree's wings. It's subtle, but it's just enough to be a little oomph. I don't think you'd even think about it, like, unless you, like, were looking for it. I don't think you'd really think about it, you know? It's just subtle enough. Okay. And now it's time to do, we're gonna do them bees. You guys ready for them bees? Actually, let me put the sketch in there too. Hello? Get in there. Thank you, Hermie. I forgot that I picked up some gourmet cupcakes when I was out today. Because my neighbor has a like cupcake shop. And I get some once in a while. Like twice a month usually. Sometimes she gives me free cupcakes or cookies. Because I don't know, she likes me or something. I don't know. She's just like, hey, you want like 6 cupcakes instead of 3? Just because. Or one time, it was like after closing and she saw me out on the street and she's like, hey, come here. Like she like just walked out and she's like, come here. And I'm like, oh, hi. She's like, you want some cupcakes? No, it wasn't cupcakes. It was Blondies. Or no, it was Brookies, which are like brownie cookies. So it's like, there's cookies and brownies sort of wedged together. They're good. Anyway, and she just gave me 2 free gigantic Brookies that were the size of my face. And that was my dessert for like a week. Anyway. Alright. I feel like this one might be a little more challenging. Yeah, free food's nice. Our families also know each other, but that happened. But like we found out, but that happens like in this province because it's so small. Anyway. So. We got our Weedle. I want to put like some emphasis on its little nose. I think that would be cute. Maybe that's too big though. Is that too big? It's giving Captain Olimar. I want that. Hold on. Alright, let's go a little bit smaller. And then I'll decide which one I prefer. It was like there. Oh, I definitely prefer the bigger one. We're going big. I think we're gonna make it a little stumpier. Like a little fucking worm. Yeah. Little boink. It's a stupid little spike. Hold on, I want to do this. I want to make its little spike really chunky, I think. And maybe we'll make it like less round and more like a pyramid. We'll give it some edge. Or maybe that looks stupid. Yeah, I think it looks stupid. Wait. Haha, like a little cute little, like I want it to look more like a baby. Yeah. I think I'll only give it, because it has like legs all the way back, but that's just not how, it's an insect, like it's not how insects work. So I'm gonna do that as a little change, and just like with Caterpie, instead of making them little balls, we're gonna make them actually look leg shaped. Crim's worm OC. I already had a worm. I made my little Sona. I made a baby version of it, but it was just a worm hatching out of an egg with video games clutched in its hand. I think I might make Kakuna hanging upside down, but for now, here we go. We'll do like a little bam. Sona. I think I actually want to move the head a little bit further this way. Yeah. It's like a... Make it a little darker. I don't know why I was doing it so light. I have to make him smaller. That's a big ass Kakuna. You know what? I might check this guy over here. And we might have it so that Beedrill's kind of like, its wings are here, and its body is here, and its little poison thing is here. And work with a negative space. Let's pull this guy down a little bit. It's like middle section, and then it's I want to see more pictures of Beedrill. Because the one that I had pulled up was standing. I want to take a look at what it looks like when it's flying. Kakuna needs to be even fucking smaller. Heck yeah. Wow, Butterfree. Beedrill's wings are freaking weird. What the hell? Like, they're all like... Look, they're all like square looking. What the hell? It's alright. I'm gonna get rid of the wings for now. So I can... Because I didn't draw them incorrectly before, so I don't want to be influenced by the bad shape. Weedle needs here a little bit. Perfect. Okay, I think this is a good initial sketch. Drawing Prim as Worm on a string? You've drawn Grit Prim as Worm on a string. Oh yeah, I remember that. A year ago. It's really been that long. We're gonna be coming up on the 2nd anniversary of my channel in May, or at least like when I started being, because I've had the channel and I've put stuff on it before, but it didn't really start taking off till about a year and a half ago. Okay. I think I might be ready to do final liner. Yeah. Oh no, this should be 10. I think. Hold on, let me check something. No, it was definitely 20. Yeah, that looks better. Weedle. It's the goofiest Weedle I've ever fucking seen. But I hope you like him. He's like a little mouse. He just looks like Olimar as a bug now. It's fine. Okay. Flipping this guy back upside down, so he's a little bit easier to work on. Thank you for the subscription. Okay. This is a little more complicated. Kakuna, why are you so fucking complicated? Nobody's asked you to do that. Alright. Yeah, there we go. Let's just... I'm struggling. There we go. No, that doesn't... There isn't a... Okay. It looks like there should be. So I'm just gonna make one. There. Okay. Didn't want to select. Tuna. And now for Beedrill. Turn to all of our Don't Wiggler. A fucking Wiggler! You're just a little guy with a big old nose. Nothing wrong with that. Alright. Those Beedrill low-key kind of have that femto fucking... head. There we go. other little leg. I think I made that a little too bulky. Fix that up. Hello, Fiona. The wings are gonna be annoying. Okay. All right. Okay. Guess that's it for the wings. I'm doing pretty good, Fiona. How are you doing tonight? like dangling from a little string. Yeah, I think that's where. Yes. Okay. Here's the liner for the Beedrill line. Yeah, I think it pairs pretty well. I think these are pretty stylistically consistent. Okay. Bam. Bam. Now for colors. This would be a good color for Beedrill. Yeah, that looks good. Oh, and let's bring our darks back so that we aren't just doing you know. And we have a good color for Kakuna. And Weedle is like this soft kind of brown. Yeah. Perfect. Alright, let's separate out these into their own layers just to make drawing a little bit easier. Same with the line art. Weedle. Beedrill. Come on. And oh. Perfect. Oh, whoops. Let's oh, I took a little bit of poor Beedrill. Let's go in and yeah. Ooh. And then patch it up a little bit. Oopsies. You would never know. There we go. What's this music? Let me see. It's from Pokemon. It's like a Pokemon remix. It's Pokemon Diamond Pearl Eternia Forest Lo-Fi Remix by Glitch X City. I should get a now playing thing so you guys know what music I'm playing. I'll look into that soon. I'm looking into changing the layout of my streams and doing a bit of an upgrade. So that might be part of the new look. Anyway, let's get started. Let's start with Weedle. Weedle's gonna be simple because there's really only like his nose and his feet are the same colors, and his horn and his tail are the same colors, and he has his eye. Let's go with the, it's kind of pinkish. Yeah. I feel like the brown actually needs to be like a little bit warmer. I think that might help. So I feel like there's not enough contrast. Yeah, let's change. Let's make it a little bit warmer. Yeah, like that. Bam. Yeah, that's better. And let's actually also tweak the nose color as well. Yeah. I feel like that's too red. I think it needs to be a bit pinker. But I'm gonna get her. There, that is, wow, that's perfect. Perfect. Alright, and then his stupid little fuck-ass horn and Spike. But yeah, I really tried to make him look more like a baby while sticking mostly to the original design was the goal for this one. Alright. It looks creepy now because there's no light in its eyes, but we're going to add that last because it often pulls the whole piece together. So let's start on the base color. Like I said, we're wanting to be very contrasty, very like dramatic shading. Just remember, like, this is where the light's hitting, so most of this, you're shading it like a ball. Because he is just a bunch of balls. I like balls. If any of you got that reference, you may be entitled to a senior's discount at the Legion. Yoink. Perfect. And let's not forget our room lighting. It's what's giving a lot of the shape to these little critters. Perfect. I feel like yeah. And we're gonna go for a highlight as well. It's a difficult like area in the color field to work in, I find. Oh, there we go. That's perfect. Maybe we want to do a spot. It makes him look like a weird clown. That's good. That looks fine. A little horn and Spike. Wonderful. And then the big ol' nose. Add some rim lighting. Wonderful. Mm-hmm. No, let's look at it. Let's just... Let's just go for the one big highlight. I think is fine. I think I'm gonna also connect this up. Yeah. Yeah, baby! Okay. This fucking stupid fuck ass Weedle. Okay. Similar trick as before. I'm gonna use a purple now. Select the brush, please. Thank you. Oh my god. There we go. There's so much life in those eyes now. Look at him. I didn't get the reference, but can I have the senior discount for 30-year-olds? I believe it is Team America. Perfect. Okay. It's just as easy as Metapod. There's not a lot going on here. Lovely. Luna Icy is a lot more shiny than... Like, I always got the feeling that it was harder than the Metapod. Haha. Boner's funny. So I'm gonna add a bit more shine to this guy. Got a bit more of a shiny effect going on here, and I think it suits it. However, there, that was better. I don't know if I want to go another one that's all the way white. I think this is good. Makes it gives it a bit of a golden look almost. You know, like it's made of like gold, and I think I kind of like that effect. Now for its little eyes. Yeah. I'm just gonna borrow the color of the pouring to make the thread. Perfect. Oh, I love the kind of. Okay. Turn the effects back on. Equal big sticker. Perfect. Alright, and now it's Beedrill time. Beedrill is also pretty simple, I think. I love Bingo and Embarrassing Teenagers. I can be an old biddy. Its track right now, the one that's on is it's from Pokemon Mystery Dungeon Dialga's Fight to the Finish, remixed by Vanillix Pavilion, I think. Also known as Stardust. Okay. I feel like I really killed it with the shapes for Beedrill today. I think Beedrill probably is my favorite shape. I like how the antennas and stuff turned out. Okay, so we've got like an almost bluish gray for the antennas and stuff, and I think it's gonna contrast with, oh yeah, that looks great with the yellow. I kind of want to make my own Pokemon region and like a generation, and one of the ones that I want to make is a Beedrill but it's like a regional variant, and it's a sweat bee, and it's bug water. It's green. I don't think there's a lot of bug water types, are there? Now, I could do a similar effect on Beedrill's wings. I have some ideas about that, but we're not going to do it just yet. I'm going to finish the rest of the colors. But instead of rainbow, I'm going to do a different effect. You shall see. Actually, I might leave them as is. I don't think it works as much for a bee. Yeah, I think I'll just leave Beedrill without the shimmery wings, because that doesn't really make sense for a bee. Red eyes? Oh, yes. Surskits, yeah. Let's go for the base of the body first. Yeah, right here. Let's make sure my layer is locked. Here we go. We'll add. Oh, we should probably put on our little rim light. That, and then perfect. And then we'll grab a nice light yellow for the highlight. Such as this. perfect. Actually, I think I also want... Nah, that's perfect, that's fine. Or maybe I want to add like another... I think that's good. Maybe I also want to add another... Yeah, that's good. Okay, let's just do the wings next. Like I said, I don't think I want to do the same effect that I did with, Butterfree. I don't think it quite suits this Pokemon. I will go in. A little harder, I guess. Yeah. Get one that's a little lighter. We'll add the highlight side. Coloring seems I'm in the zone. I'm so sorry, Cat. There we go. Very subtle effect, but it makes it look a little bit more dimensional. Now, this layer. This is the eyeball. We'll save that for last, as usual. Our big ol' spikes. This is Gen 4 music. go. You're gonna do all the little segments. This should be... Perfect. And now we're gonna do its big ol' eye. Just the Slayer Leaf. Yes, sir. My first Pokemon personality result, I think, was an Eevee. Perfect. And there we go. And there's the Beedrill line all done. We got our Beedrill line. We got our Butterfree line. Oh, I think they turned out super cute. Hee. I want to do one more tonight. I think it'd be a one-off Pokemon. Let me think. I'm gonna open up my list. Also gonna check off these guys. How do I strike through? Ugh. In this thing. We'll just gray it out. Perfect. Perfect. That looks great. There's Farfetch'd. Here's some of the singular one. There's Farfetch'd. But I guess there's also like the alt form Farfetch'd and Surfetch'd. So maybe not that one. I might want to do those together. I'll do Lapras. I'll do Lapras. I love Lapras. I think that's one of my other favorite Pokemon. Let's do Lapras. Freaking love Lapras. I've already done a bunch of bug Pokemon today. I want to do something different. I'm not going to do Pinsir today. I feel like Lapras is a great choice. Can I share with you a conspiracy story? I think here's my little conspiracy theory. I think that what's it fucking called? God. Oh god, what's the Pokemon called? It kind of looks like a turtle. And it has like a bunch of holes in it. It's I'm pretty sure it's Gen 2. Hold on. It looks like a turtle, kind of. I'm looking it up. Shuckle! Shuckle! That's what it's called, Shuckle. My conspiracy theory is that Shuckle was originally going to be a pre-evolution of Lapras. Because there's a bunch of other Pokemon introduced in the same generation that were supposed to be pre-evolutions of like other Pokemon. I don't know, just my little conspiracy theory. They're both kind of turtles. They both have like the same, like a similar body plan. I guess this doesn't, it's not the right type anymore, but like I said, I think this originally was the intention. They just decided to take Shuckle in a slightly different direction. Don't fuckle with Shuckle, guys. Anyway, back to drawing Lapras. I feel like I made her a little too big. That's just a theory. A game theory. You thought Shellos was gonna be... What does Shellos look like again? Yeah, Shellos also looks like it could evolve into Lapras. Perfect. Let's see. I also love their weird swirly ears. go. I think that's good for the spikes. Here. Yes. This is menacing music. What the fuck? Don't need that. Ooh, it's the surfing theme. What's the next one? Not this one. Here we go. Perfect. Alright, let's do another pass. Let's not do that. I think you're gonna need to do a couple passes on this one. Or maybe not. I might be good with... Suddenly Lapras.exe. This is such a good song for Lapras. That's only a few minutes long. got a bit of a tail, though, right? Hold on a second. Yeah, she does. She's got a little freaking tail. Like... Yeah, that looks fine. Oh, okay. Yeah, I think that's good for line art. But I think I'll not make line art for that. I think I'll just figure that out. Something about the neck still doesn't look right. Something fucking seems that looks better. I don't know what exactly was wrong, but something was off, and it's better now. All right. Soft blue. Let's chuck that back on as well. Yeah, that's a good Lapras color, I think. Head isn't distinct from the head. Yeah. I think it looks okay now. So the inside of the mouth. Black. Perfect. And let's do the little belly. Okay. Ugh. There we go. Something weird's in there. Should shade the tongue. Just a little bit. That is the eyeball. We'll do that last as usual. Isabelle. Joyous Sea Monster. Also, thank you, Artis. Nice to see ya. The best sea monster. This sea monster is mom coded. course, we need to give her freckles. Or scales, or whatever you want to call it. Actually, I need to fix something. I've been to fix the shell up a little bit. Shell's looking a little... Shell's looking a little rough. There we go. Now that eyeball. First we'll give got like these grayish brown eyes I see a lot in official art. Okay, I think we've got everything. Perfect. So we did today. We did Lapras, the Beedrill line, and the Butterfree line. And I'll be posting these on my Tumblr after the stream. And I think we're gonna wrap it up here. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'm gonna keep this going. We're gonna bang off all of these eventually, but it's gonna take quite a while. So I hope you'll stick around for me on this journey. Make sure you're subscribed so you know when I go live with this video next time. Anyway, thank you to my Patreons, Paige, Harvey, Hummus, Mohammed, Weescaly, Fiona, Boggle, Space Rock, Somnium Astra, Dylan Brune, and Zephyr, Vex Vidal, Elias, Staff Sidian, Swamp Thing Lover, Shira Reed, Garden Not Daily, and a special thanks to my staff, Mothra Squeakers, Boggle, and Sparrow. If you would like to support me on Patreon, you can find the link in the description down below, or if you'd rather support me at an amount of your choosing, you can head over to my Ko-Fi, and Patreons get access to my Discord server and a bunch of other cool perks, and you can always support me in a free way by liking, commenting, and subscribing. I will see y'all next time. I'll find someone for y'all to raid. Have a great night and enjoy your weekend.